Hello, eavesdroppers. Welcome back to another pop culture tarot reading. I hope you all are feeling like $1,000,000. On today's episode, we are going to look into the messy marriage of Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz. All right, so the ultimate versus battle. All right, I hope you all are doing well. This reading will be for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say in this reading is alleged. I have no proof, so take it with a grain of salt. All right, eavesdroppers. So 2 cards actually jumped out when I was not trying to get any cards, and it was interesting. The first card was third party, and it says there's someone else in this energy field, and that presence is creating distance, doubt, or distortion. Shows me a woman here sitting between 2 men. She's confused about which one of these men she should choose. Now that's interesting because we're looking at this messy relationship and I'm wondering, yes, it started off as a third party situation because Swizz Beatz was married to Mashonda. He has other baby mamas and it's just a really messy situation. But I feel that this could possibly be Alicia. Maybe she's starting to explore some other option. Maybe she has another party. That's what it could be telling me. And we also have here a Bible thumper, a Pharisee energy or spirit, and there's a woman whacking her husband over the head with the Bible. Okay, so I feel like this could be her vows. This could be the institution of marriage. This could be the fact that, how you get them is how you lose them. It's kind of what I'm getting. It's like an ancestor. Here's an older woman. It feels like an elder. I'll not say an ancestor. I'll say an elder. Someone, she knew better is what I'm getting. She knew better than to enter this third party situation, but she did it anyway. So we'll keep those cards out of the way and we'll move on. So show me Alicia's energy when it comes to this relationship. Again, everything is alleged. Show me Alicia's energy. Alicia's energy is strategic. She's being strategic. She's leaning on her faith. She's trying to find a way to leave this situation or to navigate this situation. Number 13 is here. That's the death card, Scorpio energy. She's looking for a breakthrough, a solution, originality, receptivity, and faith. It says there's more than one way to skin a cat. So she said, okay, I'm very curious and I'm very intuitive and I know what you're doing. She has a woman's intuition. She's like, you can't get anything past me. I see what you're doing. However, before I end this or before I leave, let me be very strategic. She is an Aquarius, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay, what about Swizz's energy? She doesn't trust him. When it comes to his energy, he feels like he is living in a chaotic energy here. Very chaotic, but he's trying to stay hopeful. Feel like he doesn't want to lose his marriage. Number 41, it says, it's blowing up a storm. Strong momentum, sudden change, necessary shakeup, transformation, and hope. So there's something very ungrounded about the connection. He knows that, but he's still trying to hold out hope. And we have a baby here now. Did he get someone pregnant? There's a pregnant woman here. We have honey child, number 2. Cancer Pisces energy, that's the high priestess. We have abundance, fertility, belief, succor, growth, warmth, beginnings in your prime. So there's a younger woman showing up in Swizz's energy or the connecting energy between the two of them. Let's get into it. Alicia, what do you want to say? Okay, so Alicia's energy is, I don't know if she's having financial issues or she gets the poverty card. It says, please help, number 37. We have mending the relationship. So she's trying to mend the relationship. She feels desperate to stay in this relationship because she's trying to work out something behind the scenes before she plans her escape. Okay, her chakras are aligned. Again, she's very in tune. Spiritually, intuitively, she's very in tune. Her woman's intuition is highlighted here. We have single, sexy, and successful, number 90. Again, I feel like she's planning her escape. I don't know if Swizz is leaning on her for money or she's leaning on him for money or they're both in a bind financially. You said she's going through a soul shock activation. She got to feel this. I feel like she's facing the reality of her karma. I don't know if Mashonda was pregnant when they got together with this pregnant woman between them, but that's possible. Let's look it up because I want to know if this pregnant woman is Mashonda. It looks like it could be past energy. I don't know if he made a baby on Alicia, or that could be something going on behind the scenes that we just are not privy to. But let's see. Let's look into did he make a baby on her? Now, when it comes to this other woman, it says that Swizz Beatz did not have a baby with another woman while married to Alicia Keys. However, social media gossip, blogs, and online rumors claimed he fathered a child and that the couple was divorcing. But Swizz, in closed sources, dismissed the stories and as completely false. I don't know that they're false. There's a pregnant woman here, and this is again alleged, but let's see if Mashonda was pregnant. Okay, so no, Mashonda was not pregnant when he left her for Alicia Keys. They had welcomed a son, Kasim Dean Jr. in 2006 and split up in 2008 after a separation period before Swizz's relationships with Alicia Keys began. That's not true. According to Mashonda, that's not true. Mashonda says that he was cheating with Alicia. She was the other woman. And like I said, how you get them is how you lose them. Wow. Now, apparently, they've all worked out the kinks between those three. However, he has other baby mamas, or at least one other baby mama, and it's a really contentious relationship. All right, so we'll move on. Alicia is doing a lot of meditating. She's doing a lot of centering herself. She feels like she's trying to be as grounded as she can be. She's staying in a relationship, according to these cards, either due to financial issues or the fact that she's planning her escape. Okay, what else? What do we need to know about Alicia's side here? Okay, so Alicia's side is showing that she is experiencing some radical hope. In a world littered with chaos and darkness, choosing hope is the wildest form of rebellion. So she's still trying to look at things optimistically, but she feels like they have a shared purpose. It says when you are on the same mission, you're not distracting each other from purpose. You're helping each other fulfill it. We have rushing things. It shows me a couple rushing to get married, so she could feel like she rushed into the marriage. Rushing through the romance. Hit pause and let things simmer. Good things take time and so does lasting love. We have projections. Not everything you feel is a fact. Sometimes your mind is filling in blanks with old stories. So this is why she's being calculated and quiet right now. She wants to discern whether her feelings are true or her feelings are preconceived notions. We have core values. You may differ in details, but you agree on the non-negotiables. You don't have to reroute your values or override your instincts for them. So there's something about them that their core beliefs are the same. Could be their spiritual beliefs. We have done settling. You're no longer lowering the bar to make love fit. If it's not meeting you at your level, it's not meant for you. And this is why there's more than one way to skin a cat. She's trying to figure out who she is outside of this identity she's established as Swizz Beatz' wife. She doesn't really make music anymore, to my knowledge, and I feel like she's kind of lost herself. The next card is identity crisis. Who are you outside of the role, the titles, and the survival strategies? It's time to remember who you were before the world told you who to be. So again, how do I get out of this? I don't know how to get out of this. Who am I outside of this is what she's feeling. Let's move on to Swizz's side. Swizz, what do you have to say? He says he's spilling the beans and telling the secrets. This could be that people are telling his secrets, and this is why the storm is blowing up. So he's like, man, I do believe there may be some truth to these rumors. We're going to ask the tarot. We have faith. So he shows us someone who's praying for his marriage, and he feels like he is divinely pulled out of the mess with divine extraction. I feel like he walks on eggshells. Because Alicia may not be the kindest to him in the home. Yeah, we have a divine tower moment. And this is all because he created this. We have divinity here. Number 92. We have community. I feel like this is the people talking. And we have voodoo, return to sender. Performed a return to sender. Okay, so he's consulting with some kind of diviner. Some kind of practitioner here. This is what his faith is in. He believes in the metaphysical. Okay, so that could be how they're both bonding. She's showing up as a metaphysical person as well. So he feels like there's a lot of commotion going on around him. He had the Five of Swords here. But the hand of the divine is pulling him out of it. He feels like everybody's talking about them. It's even got a dog and a cat here. Not only just the people, but the people in the community, the collective, talking about his business. And we have divine protection again. So he's doing protection over himself. What do you want to say about your marriage? All right, so he says he's suffering consequences right now. He feels like he's in a prison. It says no more running. The karma is catching up and someone's being held accountable. We have status symbols. So these two are showing up just like, who was it? Remy Ma and Papoose. Someone's chasing symbols instead of substance and wondering why it feels empty. And it shows a woman's shoes and purse here. Yeah, so maybe he does a lot of things for her financially to keep her quiet. We have karmic return. Every action, every silence, every intention is all recorded in energy, and energy always seeks balance. So it doesn't matter that he may have been pulled out of these situations and skated by the skin of his teeth. Essentially, what he puts out is going to come back to him. He's showing up as an energy thief. Not everyone who wants you deserves access. If you feel drained every time they leave, ask yourself what they are taking that they can't replenish. And we have toxic ties. This isn't a victim-villain story. It's a messy entanglement where both sides are contributing to the destruction. Like I said at the beginning, how did this start? The tower shows up in a reading. He has a divine tower moment. The tower shows up when we are building something on sinking sand. We're building something on an unstable foundation. And I feel like this relationship was raced into, this marriage was raced into. They both know it and they're suffering the consequences of their choices. All right, we have aligned souls. This kind of connection won't demand your sacrifice. It will mirror your strength. So they mirror each other. He feels like they have aligned souls. We have a troubled past. The past still lingers like smoke in the room. Even if it's buried, its energy hasn't left the building. So a lot of damage between the two of them just kind of lingers around. We have holding you back, and there's a man pulling a woman back here. You're dimming your light to keep the peace. Like I said, he feels like she's settling for him. Love should never require self-abandonment. So in some ways, Alicia has abandoned herself. This is why she has identity crisis. We have miles apart. They could be living apart, or right now could be apart. Even though you're physically apart, you're deeply emotionally entangled. All these entanglement cards. Long distance love is never easy, but it's not impossible. So that could mean that he's been dealing with people in different parts of the world. I know his baby mama, I do believe, is in another part of the world. I think she's Muslim. And this could also be telling me that, they right now are emotionally or physically or energetically distant as well. And we have making bank. Financial flow is increasing. A new level of wealth, power, and confidence is activating. So he's focused on money. What is the future of this marriage? What is the future of Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys? We have the Two of Cups. The Six of Cups. The King of Swords. That's Alicia. Aquarius energy. We have the Nine of Wands. This is struggle love. They're staying for the children and staying for practical reasons. We have Three of Cups. This is them maybe going through some kind of vow renewal. They could end up renewing their vows maybe over the next 3 to 6 months. We might see this in the news, like we just saw T.I. and Tiny do. We have the Eight of Swords. They both feel stuck. And we have the Three of Pentacles. They're teammates. They're like, we work well together and we're going to continue to work on this. But I do feel Alicia is in her head, but she's just being very head over heart. And we have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, but the Death card and the Hangman again. Okay. So this is the identity crisis here. Both of them are still emotionally invested. But it's more about practicality. It's more about pragmatism than anything else. There's conversations they are having about affairs and her expectation when he's traveling. We have the King of Wands and the Eight of Wands. She doesn't want to be taken advantage of. The Queen of Swords, she has laid down some ground rules for him moving forward in a relationship, but I feel like she's still planning her escape. She's just going to do it on her own timeline. All right, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode.